Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, I am in the Tier 8 Imperial Japanese Navy destroyer Harekaze. It's a premium ship, which was, I am very, very happy to say, a recent gift from someone who did something very nice for me and sent me this really, really fun premium ship to play. So to that player, thank you very much. Made my day, my week, really my month. And thank you. So, this is one of the first games that I played in the ship. The matchmaking, well, anytime you're playing a destroyer, with maybe the exception of the Holland, I guess some could argue, when there's a CV in the game, there is an extra layer of challenge. There's a little bit of radar here, but it's not overwhelming. Destroyers, well, we got 4 destroyers on the enemy team as well. Benson, Kidd, Akazuki, and a Harekaze. Now, I decided to go toward the Charlie cap, but really didn't want to go directly into the cap until I had some idea where enemy ships were placed and where the aircraft were going to be. Well, obviously the aircraft are going to be right over the top of my ship. So rather than get closer to the cap and make it easier for the bad guys to shoot me, I'm going to sit back. Now, one of the things that you'll see is that I turn off my AA until I'm detected. And the reason for that is because you can go dark, of course, as long as the aircraft are outside of your aircraft spotting range. You can see that that's only 2.5 kilometers. Now, it doesn't always make a big difference, but even if it just saves, 500 or 1,000 hit points, I think it's worth doing. Now, I expect that there will be torpedoes coming this way, because the bad guys know that there was a Benson as well as myself out here, and I'm sure they can see the Massachusetts, pair of Massachusetts, along with the cruiser that's out here. So I put torpedoes in that gap. Now, it's always a question of whether the DD is going to sit there or whether he's going to cross in front of the island that I'm kind of looking at there now. It looked to me like he was going to camp there. Now, I can see there's a Balti, and that is the radar threat. I do not want to get radared on top of having aircraft over me, so I want to stay well out of radar range, because if I smoke up in radar range, well, then of course Balti can radar, and then the aircraft can see me, and they catch me sitting still. And I'm just kind of looking to see if there's an explosion anywhere. Nope. And the CV is right back here. Meanwhile, at Alpha, the other Benson on our team is about to secure the A-cap. I'm spotted again, so I turn on the AA and reinforce the sector. There are the torpedoes. You can see there's an Akazuki there. And that may not be all. I mean, we have 4 DDs in the game. We've got 2, or had 2, at Charlie. You can see Benson's crossing over to Bravo. Now we have an Otago and an Akazuki at Bravo. It looked like only an enemy Kidd and a Mogami to contend with there. I'm a little surprised Akazuki didn't play a little bit more aggressively to try and finish off the Kidd, but I don't know what was going on over there, so I won't judge. So the bad guys have secured Charlie. Vladivostok finishes off our Massachusetts, who just kind of stubbornly kept pushing closer and closer. There's not a whole lot that can shoot at me here. I mean, you can see the Balti and the battleship behind the Balti, but they're only going to get off a few volleys. And I'm just borrowing a term from Pride, who's another ICOP currently playing other games. I'm just penciling up, creating the most narrow possible profile to the ships that are going to be targeting me. Now, you saw that I dropped torps. Why did I do that? Well, I figured, that North Carolina, if he kept going in a straight line, maybe I'd catch him. I didn't expect him to go in a straight line, but you never know. And in this case, he did. So I went from basically nothing to just shy of 51,000 damage and a kill, landing 4 torpedoes. Now I had shot down a couple planes, but that big picture doesn't matter really at all. Now I had typed out, in the chat.
戦艦を撃沈。
And now we've got a basically full health Alabama. We got an Augie that this is a rough game, but the Harekaze has performed, I think, very well. You know, you can see the guns have a very short reload. It doesn't have quite as many as Akazuki, but they are essentially Akazuki guns. Now, can I catch a second battleship just moving in a straight line at a steady speed? I have to hope so. Just wanted to make sure I didn't run into that hull there. Looks like I might. But the bad guys have almost 800 points. There we go, 801. We're at 321. Seven torps on the Alabama. Well, that's all it took. And Alabama's gone. That's kill number 4. It helps us a little bit on the scoreboard, but not much. The bad guys still have 2 caps, and they'll soon have A because they've just... Our guys at A just had no idea how to handle it. Down goes the Benson, so it's myself and the CV, that's it. Now I know that the enemy Harekaze has, you can see my very upbeat and friendly pithy comment there in the comment section. I know the Harekaze has very few hit points, but there's a Balti over here, and he probably has an idea of where I'm at. Yeah, there's the radar. And now I know he knows where I'm at. I've got 20 seconds during which I'll just have to do my best here. I could smoke, but I think I'm going to hang on to it for just a second. He's going to try and move into hydro range, I know that. I know I'm going to die. But I think Harekaze, I can see all of that. It's just out of it. That's it. So now I just want to block. Or implacable receiver. It's just difficult. So why did I show you this one? Well, because and that's honest advice. I watch this thing play, and I think a lot of people, especially buying premiums, so they don't team has. I'm not playing the fingers to be shame or anything, but I think a lot of players they think, well, I'm good at whatever. There's a lot to learn. A lot. It's a very complex game with an arcade game for years. It's very simple. It's not. So I hope those guys will take this suggestion and try playing lower tiers and maybe learning a little bit more about the game. If you didn't know, there's a World of Warships wiki that has tons of information. There are other online resources, and there are other streamers and people posting content on YouTube who can give you great information to learn about the game. This one's almost over. I hope you enjoyed it. Consider this. See you next time.